Hey mamas, welcome back to the Birthing Bestie blog, where we talk about real topics pertaining to birth, pregnancy, motherhood, partnerships, and just real life. Here on the blog, we don't shy away from the hardships of motherhood. Instead, we encourage you, we validate you, and we welcome you with open arms. Today, we're talking about something that is honestly probably talked about a little too much, and that is self-care. This culture and society of self-care, self-care, self-care is really jammed down our throats, and it can be overwhelming just in itself. And while self-care does look different for everybody, and while you may be someone who enjoys self-care, like taking long bubble baths or getting your nails done, those are wonderful, wonderful ways to show yourself some self-care. But what I really like to teach here at Aaron Breyer Birthing is that self-care is actually easy. Self-care that we really need is the stuff that is easiest to dismiss and push away. So what I'm going to share with you today is what I call the basics of self-care. So these basics are things that you can come back to time and time again, no matter what point in your parenthood journey or just life that you're in. With these basics, it's a wonderful tool and acronym to remember when you are maybe trying to conceive, and whether that's going really well or it's feeling stressful, come back to these basics. You can come back to the basics when you are pregnant and, just feeling a little tired from growing a person. If you are in labor and you're starting to find the rhythm and tune into your body during contractions, go back to the basics, especially when you are postpartum and in the new postpartum phase, home with your baby. These basics are so important. But you can also use these long after you bring your baby home, maybe a couple years down the road when you are feeling good and feeling more like yourself and ready to rediscover this new you as a parent. Come back to these basics. All right, so what are the basics? So again, this is an acronym, so BASICS. So again, this acronym describes things that are usually part of our everyday life, but they're really easy to push to the back burner and forget to do them, especially when you're caught up in the overwhelm or the hustle bustle of life. So that first letter, B, is for bathe. Especially when you're postpartum or especially when you're feeling down or overwhelmed, it can be so easy to not want to have to drag yourself into the shower. And, if you love a bubble bath, this is a great opportunity to give a little extra self-care with this babe. Lay around in the bath, relax a little bit, but at very least, hop in the shower, rinse off, wash your face, dry off. You can feel like a new person. Next letter A is for alone time. And I realize that depending on where you're at in your parenting journey, this may be easy or not to accomplish. And I want you to really strive, again, no matter where you're at, to just squeeze in 5 to 10 minutes of alone time. That can be where you are laying in your bed, just in quiet by yourself with your own thoughts. It can be stepping outside to get some fresh air, can be watering your plants if it is warm out and you are gardening. There are so many little ways that we can squeeze in some alone time where someone is not laying on us, cuddling with us, needing something from us. Take 5 to 10 minutes if you can really prioritize that in your time to get some alone time, and talk with your partner about this to help them help you facilitate this one especially. Now, the next letter is S, and so this first S stands for stretch. So again, when we are early in our mothering or parenting journey, if we are in that 4th trimester, chances are a lot of times you're holding your baby and you're looking down like this, whether you're feeding, you're looking, you're adoring, whatever that looks like. But also, if you're pregnant, also if you are pre-pregnant or even deeper into that postpartum period of life, we have a tendency to sit at our desks, to sit on our phones, to slouch, to hunch over. A little stretching goes a long way. And this doesn't have to be a full-on, yoga class or workout. It can really just be taking a few minutes when you notice that you are feeling a little tight or you maybe have a crink in your neck or your shoulders. Take some time to sit up straight, roll your neck around, reach your arms up to the sky. It does not have to be involved. Just take a few minutes to stretch those muscles out. So the next letter in basics is I. So this one is the reminder to breathe. So inhale. I is for inhale. So this can happen at any time. This is something that you do definitely have to think about in order to accomplish, but you can do it as you're doing anything, driving in the car, holding your baby, feeding your baby, sitting on the couch. Literally any time gives you the opportunity to breathe. So I want you to focus, especially again, when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you're feeling maybe a little stressed out, whatever that emotion is that's creeping in, take a minute to pause and take maybe even just 3 deep breaths to calm and reset your nervous system. All the way in and all the way out. 3 times. Takes less than 30 seconds, and it can make you feel so much lighter, clearer, and better. So the next letter in our basics acronym is C, and that stands for consume. It is easy to forget to eat, to drink, to nourish our bodies. And I know how silly that sounds. And even as someone who loves food, as I'm sitting here recording this, I've not eaten yet today and I feel hungry, but I also haven't given myself the chance until I'm running through these basics with you to think, I need to squeeze in something, a meal, something nourishing before I move on to the next thing. It is easy to just get in a routine of go, go, go. And that doesn't matter what your day looks like. As silly as it sounds, I know you can identify with this. Sometimes you forget that you need to drink water, you need to hydrate, you need to replenish and nourish your body. So C is consume. And then finally, that second S in basics stands for stroll. And this is the reminder to go and move your body. Now, I know that stretching is a great way to move your body, and stroll really emphasizes walking. And this is just a little more of a full body movement of taking a little break to walk. And that doesn't, again, mean that you have to do a full on workout. You don't have to walk for miles and miles. Stroll down to the mailbox, grab the mail, stroll across the yard, do something, stroll around the house even. Next time you stand up to do something, take a little extra time to do that task. Stroll around the house before you come back to sit down and getting back to doing whatever you're doing. Move your body. Again, these tasks that we're talking about here are not huge, massive undertakings of self-care. This is the easy stuff to do when you sit down and think about it and go through those basics in your head, but they're also really easy to forget to do. So I'm reminding you again, anytime, at any point in your life and your parenting journey, if you are feeling like you're going through it and feeling overwhelmed, come back to the basics. Send this to your partner, send this to your village, to your loved ones, the people that are checking in with you, and just remember the basics. Bathe, alone time, stretch, inhale, consume, and stroll. All right, mama, I am sending you out into the world for some self-care basics. I would love for you to share this with a new mom. Send this to someone that you know that could really use the reminder to implement these easy self-care tactics. And I would love to know which one resonates most with you, which one you find the most beneficial. And truthfully, if you have questions about this or anything else on any part of your parenting journey, I am always inviting you and encouraging you to reach out to me. You can slide into my DMs on Instagram at ebbirthing or reach out to me via email at ebbirthing@gmail.com. All right, mamas, go do those basics. I can't wait to see you next time.